Okay, and we are back with part 2
And
of the
I'm a
Harley Quinn
dumbass.
podcast.
What?
I said, and we're back with part 2 of the Harley Quinn podcast.
And
It's part 2 of episode 1.
And I just said, now I'm a dumbass.
You said it.
I sound like one. I talk like one sometimes. My dumbassery is my smartness. My dumbassery gets me out of dumbass situations.
So we getting back to this or not?
Let me
You gonna come back up here for filming or what?
Before we go back into the podcast, we're talking about what I was talking about when we finished. Killer Croc. In his first appearance, okay, the old king of Gotham got taken out by the Bat.
By the Dark Knight himself?
The Bat. Anyways, or Batsy, as Joker calls him, or Bats, as Joker calls him. Everyone else even calls him the Bat, or fucking Batman, the fucking Bat, or Batman. Oh my gosh, the fucking Bat sign, it's just a bat that fucks people. Or holy shit, it's Batman. Anyways, in this comic, Croc is trying to become the new crime boss of Gotham. Fun fact, in his first appearance, he's actually pretty smart, like Bane was. And he's just a dumb gloof, a dumb, basically strong person that's useful muscle. Which is this right here. Boom. Now I'm going to show you before I show you my favorite version of Killer Croc, I'm going to show you my least favorite version. Prepare to see the most ugliest thing you can ever imagine.
The dude looks like he's got snake scales on his face.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the DCEU, aka DC Extended Universe Killer Croc. It's sad that this thing was his first live action appearance. Now I'm going to show you a okay version of Croc, which is his second live action, which is another one.
You know, if you really want to teach me about your video games, we could always do a video similar to this, to where you explain the characters and more about the video game and stuff.
Oh, speaking of that, since this character's actually in them. Maxie Zeus has a Easter egg. He's a riddle in Arkham Asylum.
That's kind of where I got the idea from it from, is the fact that I know Killer Croc's in your Arkham Knight videos.
And other stuff.
Gaming stuff.
I'll show you, when we get to Arkham Asylum, I'll go into Maxie Zeus's riddle. I mean, he has a riddle, he does. Maxie Zeus has a riddle, which leads to his character profile. So, yeah. Where you can find his cell in Arkham Asylum, since it's Arkham Asylum. This is the okay one. Okay, now tell me, in the other live action version, which one looked more like a crocodile?
That one. The other one's scales look like a snake.
This is Batwoman, season 3. It had kind of bad villains. Here, it's one of the bad seasons, people say, but the villains are good as far as the ones I saw. I watched a little bit of season 1, and then I got out of it. Couldn't go back to watch season 1 or 2 because season 3 I can only watch. It's not on CW anymore as far as I know. But the only 2 episodes that I fully on watch. I tried to watch the Mr. Freeze one, but the only ones I could actually full on watch was episode 1, which had Mad Hatter, and episode 2, which had Killer Croc. By the way, Gotham has like 2 Killer Crocs, 2 or 3 of them. People say, because people are trying to compare like 3 of them to Croc. A guy that has like a metal tail with metal horns and like a metal visor as Croc, but unless he's just like a right thing. A guy that has reptile-like skin, and a guy and people affected by poisonous water that made them cannibals. Anyway, now I'm showing you my favorite Killer Croc, and we will go into his background, kinda. Not his stories, not his story stuff. Or I didn't hear nothing. This is basically just a picture of him from this universe. Right here. I mean, he gets better later on. I'll show you what he looks like. That's him in the first two games. This is him in the third game.
That's him in the third game.
I'll explain why this is him in the third game. And then this is him in the fourth and fifth. Because Mom.
I'm coming right back.
This is him in the fourth and fifth of this universe. Okay, now this is Arkham Killer Croc. Anyways, I'll explain in timeline order of events. The third game is where we're going to start off with. It's not made by the same company as the other four. The bigger 3 games and the 1 VR game. I'm not going into I'm not going into smaller games that are related to this series, but I will mention if that skin for him been used in another game. Well, anyways, in the third game, which takes place before all the other stuff, it's called Batman Arkham Origins. He and him and 7 other assassins get hired to, well, guess what? Kill the Batman. And he's helping the main villain of the game, Black Mask, break into Blackgate Prison, and he's the first boss that you fight. And he's the one he's to where you find out everything. You realize from him that you have assassins coming after you, but he mentions that. And Batman's brutal to him, and Batman threatened to knock his teeth out. He's also the reason he also destroys Penguin's drone if I was in the prison, to where Batman then gets the hard drive from it and learns everything else. Who the other assassins are. So he's the main reason why the game even happens. How you can find out the stuff so quickly. Oh, my throat's hurting from talking a lot. But anyways. Then, jumping over to the actual first game of the series, Arkham Asylum. You first see him when he's coming up from an elevator. Which is the same elevator that you go down with Joker. Because you just captured Joker. Later on, during Joker's breakout, you will see him. You look for a door, and it'll basically pop up, hit the door, and growl. But at the beginning of the game, he's sending off death threats. And then, near the end of the game, you're going through his area, basically. The sewers, and to collect poison ivy's plants, to make a chemical that will stop the Joker unleash on Arkham Asylum. And to stop him, you just throw a goddamn batarang at his shock collar. And I'll say more after I finish chewing my candy. Absolutely, I don't think I would. But anyways, to get out of Croc's sewers, you have to blow a hole in the floor for Croc to fall into, because the gate that leads you to his area closes on you. And if you don't, he can eat you alive. There's endings to where he does that. No, there is endings. In Arkham City, he has an he's a riddle that he is, but also he's a small Easter egg to where if you electrocute the water, he will come out of the wall talk to you for a bit and mentions how he knows you're poison. So he would just wait for you to die, basically. And Batman Arkham VR, which the whole game is basically a nightmare that Batman's having. He jumps out of the water where Robin's caught at and kills Robin. And Arkham Knight, he is a DLC villain to where you have to take him down with Nightwing, and he takes down this airship, this Iron Heist airship. Iron Heist is a prison, and they captured him out of the lighthouse, which even if you don't have the DLC, Croc is still involved, since the lighthouse has a Riddler Easter egg to Killer Croc. I love how they have their DLC villains for Season of Infamy have Easter eggs, because they're still there. But anyways, I'll mention the other ones if the podcast gets to them. But anyways, you take down Croc and he's done for. And now going back to Arkham City. In Batman Arkham City, Killer Croc is in the Penguin Iceberg Lounge challenge map, combat challenge map, but he's also there. So when that map came back, that challenge map came back in Arkham Knight, and you take out enough, if you get a certain combo and enough points, and then when you finish taking out all the thugs on the ground, Killer Croc will come out and Nightwing or Batman will join you, depending who you're playing as. If you're playing as Batman or Nightwing, and you will take down Croc. But that only happens when you play as Batman or Nightwing. If you play as any of the other characters, it will just end when you take out all of the thugs on the ground. And in Arkham Knight, you find out that Killer Croc was being experimented on, and his arm got cut off, and the police. But he got a new his hand got cut off. He got a new hand, and the police collected his cut off hand as evidence. And they were planning on putting more DLCs in it with just the 4, but didn't have time. I would have added in Prometheus, who is an anti-Batman, basically. Not anti-Batman, where he protects criminals, just opposite of Batman. Here, fun fact: the Batman villain Killer Moth was actually made as an anti-Batman, a Batman for the criminals. Until then, he just became a joke villain. He was a joke villain, but he had a reason being it. Anyway, now we're actually starting the podcast.
And where we left off the podcast at.
Like I said.
Back down on that one, the closer Wayland is to eggplant status.
Now, would you want to be would you want to be in this asylum?
No. All they do is shove medicine down your throat. Or at least that's the way it seems.
Yeah, right now the image you gotta deal with is as the actual Batman villain, not Paul Dini. He wouldn't be in here probably. If Arkham was real.
It was Killer Croc, he could eat me.
You gotta deal with this fucker about making he can see out of his eyes, a person who likes the dark, a crazy fucker who thinks he's fucking Zeus, and the human crocodile that they keep in eggplant mode that will rage on at any time and eat you.
I think my best situation would be the room with the one that likes the dark.
Or the one with 10 eyes.
Or the one with 10 eyes, and my worst would be Croc, because he can eat me.
And the one in the middle one would be the one that thinks that he's Zeus.
And I like Zeus, but I'm gonna argue with that guy too much, trying to tell him he's not Zeus.
No, he's for like religiously believe that he's Zeus. And now we're going into the 2 new inmates of Arkham that just got transferred here. That just came into Arkham. And you should know who one of them is. No spoilers.
I have an idea.
Chickies in the overstuffed hen house.
Chickies! Hey, Argo, it's time we call it a hen house. He's correct. I mean, you got so many villains from jokes to people that's blowing up with shit with bombs. Like an orphanage. That should lead you to who one of them are. Just by saying like an orphanage. Anyway.
First, there's Arnold W. Coach.
Arnold W. I'll tell you who that is after she puts out away. Okay, more nerd knowledge. Arnold W. is the ventriloquist. He has a dummy, a ventriloquist dummy named Scarface, who is alive, supposedly, and the fucking thing has a Tommy gun. I'll show you a picture.
So
Both
you have
comic and live action.
So you have a Slappy, basically. Only difference is it has an actual gun.
And a puppeteer. And he makes appearances in Arkham, he does. The ventriloquist is an Easter egg, kind of. His gun appears in a evidence case in Arkham Asylum, which is a riddle. Scarface appears in Arkham Asylum. The Joker has him. You know, Joker's using him to Batman. In Arkham City, Scarface a knockoff version of Scarface appears in painted as Joker in a baby cradle in the Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC because she led to Harley Quinn maybe being pregnant. I'm like, if she was, the baby's dead. Have you seen how many times Batman beat the shit out of her and Joker slapping her around? Even while he's sick, he's still slapping her around. He's like, I wish somebody would take my blood listen. This stuff, I wish somebody would. This stuff is killing me. Harley comes in and does something, you know what? He's like, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. I mean, well, she did drop the Emmy Award that they got for me one of the best game of the years. Joker did steal it in the trailer for it. But he's like, Harley, there's only one of them. And instead, I imagine he's thinking this dumbass bitch. Clumsy dumbass bitch. Anyway, okay, I got too much shit. Carry on. Over here. DC. Fuck you too, phone not wanting to work. DC Comics The Ventura Twist. Not Robin. I didn't even say anything related to Robin. The Ventura Twist. No. The Ventura Twist. Yeah, I'll show you the comic version, the anime, the comic version, the live action version, and my favorite version. Comic version, right here. I'll show you two of them. The Scarface has different forms. But right here, boom. This person basically has what's it called? It's a multiple personality disorder to where Scarface is the other side. Now, which one from the comics do you like more? The first one I showed you or this one?
That one.
Why? He's the guy's the most fat.
That one's showing better.
Yeah, well, this one looks like Joker, basically. The other one at least looks not like Joker. Anyway. Live action. He only made one brief live action appearance in Gotham. And his name isn't Arnold Wesker, it's something Pin. It is, and he worked for the Penguin in Gotham. He went missing for a while, and Scarface showed up, and Scarface got killed. Not even a couple minutes in the episode that he showed up in. I'm not talking about the ventriloquist. They're different. The ventriloquist is the person controlling Scarface. Scarface is the dummy. Going back to Arkham, though, The Ventriloquist's gun, the gun that Scarface used, appears in Tommy Gun appears as evidence. So does the Joker knockoff version, and the person who makes like the evidence recordings for the stuff, who is Aaron Cash, even mentioned, but he don't know if the gun belonged to the Ventriloquist or the puppet. And he really didn't know what was going on with those two. Now I'm showing you my favorite version. Now I'm showing you my least favorite version. This is from one of the worst games ever. The Batman Dark Tomorrow version. This is from Batman Dark Tomorrow. It's a bad game. And he's like literally the first villain that you fight. But here's my favorite version right here. Batman the Animated Series. Right here. This version of this show actually went into his mind in one episode to where he tries to leave the Scarface personality behind, the dummy behind, and the dummy keeps following him constantly. And he also, but it doesn't have to be just this, okay? You can give him a sock, okay, and he'll turn it into something else. Also, fun fact. He's also in Batman the Telltale series. Right here. The sock, I want to say his name's Socko. I don't know.
Socko, the sock puppet.
And we'll go into, and then...
Down a taffy stand on the boardwalk, where he was employed as a, puppeteer? Ventriloquist, I believe. Something. Anyway, standard dissociative identity disorder.
Which you are probably correct of. Or the dog possessed. The dummy, doll, whatever you want to call it, is possessed, in my opinion, or just personality disorder. And you should guess who the new one, who the second new one is. You already know, probably.
Classic shake and bake case, if you ask me. You may have read about this guy in the news. Street performer turned self-proclaimed agent of chaos. On large-scale pranks and goofs.
Oh, I know exactly who it is now.
Real name is currently unknown, so we are going with Patient J for now. You mean the Joker? Miss Grinzel. The Arkham policy forbids assumed identities. Alterinos, they only serve to reinforce the patient's psychosis. Understood. In any case, Patient J has been processed and is now awaiting evaluation. I'd be happy to.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I'll evaluate Patient J for you.
This might be more of a bomb type situation.
Yeah, let's have Bob do it. Not that he's gonna come out closer dead.
We give to him. Stronger, maybe. I've dealt with malignant narcissists before. Not like this guy. One little bat in the eye.
Bob's womanizing. Bob's a womanizer. He thinks that she can't. Well, he's right. She can't do this. He's right. This fucker's right. He hasn't even seen what she's going to have to become, and he's right here. Don't let her go to him. Let her take the one that has the multiple personality disorder and that has a thing with dolls and dummies and socks.
That is awful. Did you just look, Dr. Quinzel, patient J's got Bob written all over him. It's just he could be the key to understanding what's happening to Gotham. What's happening to Gotham? I mean, look at Arkham. 2 years ago, this place was just another underfunded psych ward. Chronic depressives, schizophrenics, the usual. Now, we're packed floor to ceiling with these, what are they calling them? Supervillains? Masks, capes, catchphrases. It's like a whole new class of delusional behavior. Where is all this coming from? I mean, doesn't it seem at all weird? Same blues, different undies. Now can we please? No, let us continue. It's like Gotham's infected with some kind of psychological contagion, and Patient J's the perfect case study. Crimes aren't about money or revenge. They're about him, his persona. He's building a brand. All the movies, he needs a third time. Zero time.
Wait a minute, Harley's actually right about this. She's right for something about once about Joker. God damn. I like her better as a therapist than a crazy psychopath jester. Don't you? Don't you like this side of Harley where you actually get to see the brains instead of oh pudding, oh Mr. J this, Mr. J that, put in this, put in that. How about pulling up your ass?
I am like your dad is Joker, putting it up his ass. If he treated me the way Joker in the comic books and shit treats Harley.
Oh, like this? Well, boom! Get the fuck out of my sight! Why did you have to explain the joke?
And I'd wild booming back if I was Harley.
Take that damn smile at sledgehammer and just fucking hit him in the face with it.
I sure would.
She actually did that.
He'd be missing some teeth now if I was Harley Quinn.
She actually did knock out a couple of teeth from him. And bite his lip once when he tried to kiss her. When he was pulling her hair. It's a very people think that it's a lovey-dovey relationship now, just because of the Suicide Squad movie when that came out.
No, if you read the comic books and watch the movies,
And play the games,
it's a physically abusive relationship.
Yeah, I played the game. Okay, I got confused while playing the Arkham game since my mom or grandma, I was big fans of Batman. I was playing Two-Face. Batman was the reason I got into.
Yeah, that's why you got the Batman VR game over there in stores that you can't play when you got a VR headset.
Yeah, but anyways, Batman was the reason I got into Mortal Kombat because if it wasn't for that, because the game I got was Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Only reason I got it was guess why? It said DC Universe. And it showed Batman, big ass body right on the cover. And I was thinking, what the fuck is Mortal Kombat? And then after I played the game, I was only going to do DC, okay? But then I decided to play as both characters. And so I'm happy I chose to play as both characters. Right on my first playthrough, I don't have the game no more because I don't. I want to get that game again. I asked my mother and grandma to give me more Mortal Kombat games. And to me getting both versions of Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat 9, and Mortal Kombat 9 Ultimate. I don't have them no more. Though. But in the two I still got.
No, that's because all the Xbox games quit working, ain't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to get those again. I want Mortal Kombat 9 Ultimate. That has a. If I get a PS3 though, at some point I could get Mortal Kombat 9 Ultimate for both, since the PS3 version comes with a PlayStation players got a exclusive character. They got Kratos from God of War for that game they did.
The big guy from God of War.
The white guy, old white
Yeah,
dude.
the big guy.
Yeah.
That has to help the kid.
Boy!
Yeah, it has the kid that goes with him.
Yeah. That's Ash's of his family. That's why his skin's white.
That's whose family?
His own family's ashes on him. For that the gods made him do before the shit that he did.
That's why his skin's white like that?
Yeah. I feel bad for his ass. No wonder why he's carrying them. Left and right. I mean, he already was before that happened. But
well, good. If you're going to make me actually play these games.
Go into the stories.
We can discuss them before or after, but we're adding God of War and reinstalling it to the game list because I like that game.
Oh my god, it's so big. I didn't have enough, what's the word? Space. at the time. I just haven't started it again.
I figured for
I
now
got
we can
stuck.
talk about
Okay,
it.
I got stuck.
Because I was going to try to make sure we had actual 2 things of gaming headphones. That way we could actually talk while we play if we're going to do it that way.
Anyways, though, like I was saying, yeah. What were we talking about before I got to say? Mortal Kombat and Batman game. In general. Shit, no.
And I God of War's in that one game. The one
God
Mortal
was
Kombat
in Mortal
game.
Kombat 9 and stuff. And since I was a big DC fan, I'm gonna finish Mortal Kombat and then go on to my confusion part. And the 2 games I still got now, which are, and one of them has a DC character in it, which are Mortal Kombat 10 that has 4 Mortal Kombat characters, Tanya or something, for DC, 4 Mortal Kombat DLC, not DC, but DLC characters. The 4 Mortal Kombat DLC characters, that's actually like 6 of them, because one of them are just different characters, but different forms. Or Tanya, I want to say, Bo Show, Trimmer, and the robot guy. I forget his name, but he has the robot version of Smoke, which is a Mortal Kombat Ninja, Scepter, and something else. But the yellow and red one, which were originally called Mustard and Ketchup before the game was released. And the other non-Mortal Kombat characters in Mortal Kombat X for DLC is, well, wasn't Mortal Kombat name had Freddy Krueger and the cyborg version of. They added in the other cyborgs, I think, because the Mortal Kombat 9 Ultimate has the cyborg version of Sub-Zero, but Mortal Kombat 9 also had Freddy Krueger, so Mortal Kombat X gave you Jason Voorhees, Leatherface, Alien, and Predator. So you can't have Freddy versus Jason, but you can at least have Freddy versus Leatherface. No, Jason versus Leatherface and Alien versus Predator. And then I have Mortal Kombat 11, which I don't know that many all the DLC characters for just Mortal Kombat, but I know that Rain and Melina were 2 of them. Katana got a Catwoman skin. I'll explain why later. New Cyborg got a Batman Who Laughs skin. But like Sandu got a, what's it called? The sand guy, I forget his name, but he's like sandy. He has a sand texture, got a dark side skin. Oh right, yeah, I remember. I want to say Baraka was also a DLC character, and Baraka got a.
I was just trying to see where it was at.
Baraka got a Killer Croc skin, and Cassie Cage got Harley Quinn skin. That's all I remember for DC skins. But also had Rambo, the Terminator, RoboCop, Spawn, and his DC character, the Joker. And Mortal Kombat and DC go together. You want to know why? How? Because in Injustice 1, you get Scorpion. Injustice 2, well, Scorpion is in the mobile version, but he's like PC and like the PC and console version. Because Injustice is made by the same people now that makes Mortal Kombat. So even though it's a new universe, with Mortal Kombat 9 being the restart of the universe, where things didn't happen the way that it did happen in the original universe. DC Mortal Kombat vs. the DC universe is still canon, but it still somehow happened. In Mortal Kombat 9, not 9, Mortal Kombat 11, if you play as Joker or Sonya Blade and you're fighting, if the characters are Joker and Sonya Blade, Sonya's like, oh, you again, or something like that. Joker's like, what, you don't like losing in graveyards? And she said, not to a clown. Which, in Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, she lost to Joker in a graveyard. But in the US version, they have to censor Joker's fatality, which is him shooting his opponent in the head. But in other countries, they didn't censor it. And stuff. And if you play that game, the heroes don't have fatalities, they have heroic brutalities, to where you can see that the person's still alive. And if you can explain why people, if you want to know why people are as strong as Superman, let's just say magic is the reason why. Now going to Injustice 2, and we'll get back to this, okay, after I explain my mess up and stuff. How the two games, the game series I'll talk about. And in Injustice 2, you don't have one Mortal Kombat character. Hang on, we're going back to Injustice 1. The other DLC characters are, on the villain side, for some reason on the villain side, they have Scorpion, so I guess that's the count him as a villain. But we're also, these two villains, Lobo and General Zod. General Zod had his Man of Steel skin as an alternate skin, because the movie came out a little bit after the game.
Is that a Superman skin?
Well, yeah, Man of Steel.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah,
if
that's
it was
Superman.
from the
Yeah, I
Superman
mean, the
movie,
game
Man
came
of
out a little bit
Steel.
after the movie, Man of Steel, which was the first DC Extended Universe movie. Which Superman has that skin. Other DLC characters are, I'm counting all the Blackest Night characters, which are just skins, but they're different. Especially Batman, since that's not Bruce Wayne. And also the Flash in that because that's not the Flash, that's the Reverse Flash in that comic. The Elseworld characters, the Earth 2 characters, the Flashpoint characters, those are just skins. But actual Yellow Lantern and John Stewart Green Lantern. But the other hero DLC characters are Martian Manhunter, Zatanna, and Batgirl. Now going to Injustice 2. I don't remember that many DLC characters. I want to say it was. I know Atom, Starfire, Darkseid. I want to say Enchantress was one as well, but also Red Hood. And non-DC characters were Hellboy. What else? Hellboy, the Ninja Turtles, and not one, but all four Ninja Turtles, was not Splinter. And the Ninja Turtles in the opening could be shown like taking out a crane bot, so Crane at least made it in the game, kinda. But not one, but two Mortal Kombat characters now. Sub-Zero and Raiden. And Raiden had an alternate skin for Black Lightning. Flash had an alternate skin for Reverse Flash, and Hal Jordan Green Lantern's alternate skin is one of them. They have like alternate some of them have alternate character skins. So we just can't pick a skin now. It's armored mode. But it's not Stewart. And this is how much that Mortal Kombat is now going with DC. There's a mobile game called Batman Arkham City Lockdown. Not related to Arkham City. It's in the Arkham universe. It takes place before Arkham City.
Mobile, that means you can play it on the phone?
No, they took it down.
Well, they took it down. That means
they took it down a long time ago.
That means so when they originally made it, you could have.
Yeah. It's on YouTube. But anyways, it's after Arkham Asylum, in timeline order, it'd be after Arkham Asylum. It would, if you're going with this, be the events break out of Arkham. Either after or before Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham Asylum, and this is non-canon. This part is, but Batman fights Kano, who's a Mortal Kombat character. Yes, NetherRealm owns Mortal Kombat and Injustice, but they also made that mobile game. So Batman beat Kano's ass twice. He could. Because Kano was in Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. And now here's my confusion part. Since my mom and my grandma, I just forget who bought me the first copy of Arkham City. I had like 3 copies of that game. Because that game did not like my Xbox. So my Xbox did not like that game one of the two. Well, whoever bought the first copy did not know that there was a game before that called Batman Arkham Asylum. So I'm wondering, when I'm playing it, why the fuck is Batman here? Who the hell is this guy? Yeah, I didn't know who Hugo Strange was at the time. I knew Batman was Bruce Wayne at least, but I didn't know who Hugo Strange was. Who Hugo Strange was. I'm like, why the fuck is Joker sick? And shit. And why does he keep mentioning this the last time? Like, when was the last time we meet? Yeah, I'm like, why? Why is he mentioning this? Because, like, in the opening when you first meet, he's like, let's see. The last time we meet, let's see, there was an asylum, some monsters. Oh, and that's right. You left me to die. You might not remember that way, but who cares? I'm like, what does he mean by last time? I was so fucking confused until I looked up Batman Arkham and boom, Arkham Asylum just pops out. And I'm like, is that the next game in the series? I'm like, oh no, it's the first game. That's how I'm confused by YouTube Let's Plays. But yeah, I got pretty confused. I'm now confused in another game series for Resident Evil. I got Resident Evil 2, but Resident Evil Village, which is 8.
You're the one that says you want games from this series, but don't specify what game you want.
I do though, but I love being confused because then I take it to myself, my personal self here, to try and figure out what's happening by going through references, Easter eggs, all that stuff to actually try to find out what's happening. I cannot play the goddamn online Resident Evil thing though because PlayStation is greedy. Sony, who has PlayStation, are greedy ass motherfuckers. I don't know how to make a goddamn Spider-Man villain movie without making the fuckers a hero.
This is sad.
And you have to pay for Wi-Fi.
You do realize that we're 42 minutes into this video, 7 minutes into the podcast, and we've already made like 2 videos tonight.
Anyways, here we go.
Shake him up, pop the top, and
Yes! I'm gonna shake up Joker and pop the top.
You do know this series is gonna get carried over. Probably episode 1's gonna get carried over into next week or sometime. It's your dad.
I know. Anyway.
that soda go black.
He needs to be studied, not pulverized. If I can understand what makes him
What? Pulverized? You gonna kill him? What we talking about pulverized here? Harley. Harleen. Quinzel. Oh my god, no wonder why Joker can just become the nickname. He's like, wait, Harley Quinn's a clown. So Harley Quinn. Her name's already Harleen Quinzel. Yeah, I like it where Harley's the one that thinks of her name and not Joker.
You
That's
do
just
know when the
being
battery
more
goes
abusive.
dead, we're done, so we have to cut it off before the battery goes dead. That way your dad can sit down.
Anyway.
Again, this really is a complex situation.
Just so you know, we're recording. This is our second video, and we're very into this podcast that we're listening to.
Yeah, it's probably gonna get carried over to another night. And that's just episode 1 of this podcast.
Yeah, we went on too much rants and stuff. When you got, oh wait, I can show Dad the villains whenever he gets relaxed and stuff, and we can add that into the
That's
video.
what, we can do that too, however you want to do it. I don't care. I told you we ain't got long though, because we're not recording much longer.
Why not?
It's already 2:30 now. I'm only recording till at least 3. That's all I was doing to begin with.
Band-aids. 1, 2, 3. We don't need the band-aids. We can put them there. Tonight, I got tired of. They didn't want to stick on, okay? And so Mom just put Granny made sense to just come on and put Neosporin on them.
Yeah, he realized me and Granny was making sense since he took the band-aids off. And realized that he might as well just put Neosporin on and let
Because one was starting to form a scab.
air that way. The one that's starting to form a scab.
The big
forms
one
a scab.
was starting to form a scab, but it came off. You want to take off one of the band-aids. The small one is almost fully done healing.
Would you like to pick this up some other day? That way you can actually talk to your dad. He ain't gonna want to talk on. You know this.
Hang on. No.
No, not hang on. We're quitting.
Okay, we're taking a little break from the podcast. And my dad came home from work and he gets the extra wonton toys, I think. Well, we already got Scooby Doo stuff. One came with two of them. They each came with Scooby and Shaggy. One came with a scuba diver set thing.
Yeah, they don't know about them, so I haven't used them for videos yet.
Not yet, but one of them is based off of the villain in that one's like the Green Phantom in one of them, and so it's a haunted mansion. The other one is Captain Cutler. I want to get me. Oh wait, no, it's a terror bag. Okay. This one, I'm guessing by experience, by looking at this, is, let's see. Okay, I'll get this put, Mama. Okay. I think I know how to do this. It shouldn't be that hard. I got this one. Well, you better get the one from that button.
Not going to know.
Big red button.
I just want to see how much battery.
As you can see, though, I'm more than just nerdy than superhero stuff. As you can see, like I said, I'm nerdy in other sections as well. Other genres. Is it how do I do this now? You put them on the stands, please. And then I'll show off the set. And now we got the rest of the game here. Oh, I forgot about it. You can fold it up and then blend in like this stuff. The way you just have it like this, you see, like this, and then stand in front of it. You could, or you can pull it down. And it's different, settings here.
Yes.
Anyways, it's a castle or museum area, I'm guessing, and you get Velma and Scooby, double-sided. Same thing with, and kind of with the villain, but not really. And the villain of this is the Black Knight Ghost, which this is him unmasked. So I only had it double-sided, but with the villain, instead of one side masked, other side unmasked. Mama, can you please go?
I'll put them up as you open them.
As I open open them up and stuff. The next one we're doing the Daphne one, okay? Daphne. Daphne. Oh my gosh, they actually added in another one of my favorites. Most of these ones here are my favorites. They added in a lot of my favorites. All the ones they added in for this one have been my favorite ones. Aside from this one, I don't know that much about this one. But yeah. I'm just gonna say, but this one ain't human. Let's just say this one's non-human. Let's just say this monster is non-human. Mom don't even know these ones. Only ones that she should know of is the Phantom one because we had a tape with that one. Captain Cutler because he was in We Do Two Monster Unleashed as an actual villain. These ones here were just more like Easter eggs in the extras menu to where you go to what you call it. That's how you do it, like this, right? But yeah, these two were just in the extra menu to where my mom wouldn't watch the extra menu stuff with me because she said that was boring. She would do too much Unleashed, and she knows the Black Knight Ghost because she watched the episode with him, kind of, because my little brother forced her to. And no, I don't know why they are doing Scooby Doo tours right now, unless they Oh my gosh, Velma just came out. I know it's not for children, but let's fucking put out Scooby-Doo toys.
That's probably what it's about.
But anyways, they're doing better than Velma ever did. They're bringing back actual classics here.
Yeah, well, cut stuff up and move stuff around.
But anyways, here is the two actual characters.
Or at least start
Velma
moving
and
stuff around. That way your dad has something to sit down. There's no way you can get into his chair.
Well, you kind of can't get into it right now anyways. He has a feline friend.
You move socks, or socks to move because he's got food for him.
Mama, can you hand me the other one? You grab the two of the other one. You need that. And what your full set? You need
I
Velma.
got the other. Okay, you want to see the Velma?
Yeah, you need one more Velma for your full set. Anyways, it is this is a amusement park, so we're getting more. It's foul play in the funland. They have set names on them, Mom. So we can just say it. But this is the amusement park, and this is what I don't know nothing about, aside from what I got from the Scooby-Doo Monster and these extra mini. Charlie, the robot. Is a robot, actually, an actual robot, not person in a suit this time. Can you go put this up, Mom? While I get writing stuff ready. This is, one of the most scariest original Scooby-Doo villains from the show, as people said.
His butt.
No, it almost actually got the show canceled for having this in the show because of how scary this villain was towards the children. I know my father. He's home today. He's gonna say a lot of comments. Oh, after this, I have a couple of villains I want to show you from DC Comics, and I want you to judge on the way they look, how you think they will act and stuff, and what you think of their costume, and what they wear. No, I mean one almost shows us that phony, but that's because what happened to him in that Batman villain. Anyway, we got Scooby and Fred, and their different sides have different expressions and all. But then we have one of the villains that, like I said, almost got the show canceled. Oh, there's a. Oh, it's two different languages. Oh, well, no, mine's just upside down. It was the World War II. It looks like a different language. And for some reason, I don't know why, only the actual the main characters, the gang, only the gang got faces. While the villains did not get faces. They got the cardboard cutout treatment. But anyways, it is a space theme thing here. Like a space warehouse or machine shop. That's what it basically is here, so yeah. And the villain is Space Coop. Which, like I said, based off the way he looks and stuff, he almost got the show banned.
I got trash.
No? You got the...
Okay, I got that and you got trash.
Yeah. Like I said, my mom's putting up the toys.
I'll get you milk when I come back.
So far, we got almost like a complete set. You only need Velma. Yes, Henry got his stuff. I got my stuff. Only need one more Velma. It would be good if they actually, release more sets, with the, like maybe a set with the mystery machine. And it's where you can fit the gang inside and they go into like a mansion. A mansion or something. Anyways, I want to show my father what he thinks on the villains. Okay? You two people? Okay, you two people. We both agree? We agree, okay. We make a deal on it, we made a deal on it. Also, Dad, I found out what, you know, the God of War Ares? I found out what his other name was. In Roman mythology, it's not Moon or something, it's Mars. He has the name of a damn planet. Did you know that, Ma?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not making fun of him. Please don't kill me, Ares.
We're 7 minutes into this podcast and have 2 hours with a video on it. Almost already.
And that's not even about the boss. I mean, we went off our rant, talk about Zeus and shit.
Yeah,
just
we
because
go
of one
off
of the
topic
characters.
like we normally.
Anyways, here's one of the villains. Right on his look and what you think his power is by the name and how and stuff. The 10-Eye Man. That's impressive. He looks like a gay fag. And, well, he doesn't look like a gay
I was about to say, are you going to recap for the YouTube kids that didn't watch episode 1?
Anyways,
For some reason,
in episode 1, if you didn't watch it, they went over, they talked about some inmates of Arkham Asylum. The 10-Eye Man was one of them. Basically, he has something wrong. While his eyes are covered, basically, he has something wrong he did with his eyes gone wrong. You know, he like accident or something. So he went blind in his eyes, and sometimes his suit has the eyes on like his chest area to his belt. Other times, he has gloves on that has eyes, and he can see out of his hands. Now here's the next one I'll show you, which right now there's only one female that they mention during this. Natalia Knight. Right here. This is the actual version of Echoes by Natalia Knight, not the other version of Actual Mom.
Right.
Yeah. They also mentioned Natalia Knight. I don't know nothing about her, aside from her name. With the 10-Eye Man, I know stuff. Okay, she has a live-action version, she does, in the Arrowverse. That's all I also know. So I don't know that much about her. I need to check out her Arrowverse version. And then before we got to the other villain, we went a lot into Ares and Zeus. Next we got, okay, I'll show you 2 versions of this character. We got the anime version of this character from Batman the Anime Series, and the character in this comic version. The character's name is Maxi or Maximum Zeus. He thinks that he's, well, Zeus. He's a crazy man, busy by thinking that he's a Greek god Zeus. And now, Maxi Zeus is the anime version, but anyways, like I was saying, Maxi or Maximum Zeus, or just Maxi. I like calling him Maxi. Was also mentioned, and now I think we're coming up to almost the last of them. I'll show Dad the versions that I showed Mom of them. Here's the next villain.
My type of.
Killer Croc. Right now you're gonna say that till you see his first version. This is Killer Croc. He was mentioned. This is just what they show as a picture. But I'm gonna go into his other stuff. Is now his first appearance. This is what he looked like, kinda. This is the disguise he wore, Mom, to hide his scales. But I'll show the cover for his first appearance. This is his first appearance. He's the one with the green underwear. With the green pants or undies. Yeah. And he's smart though in this. In the others, he ain't that smart. He's just a dumb, brutal human animal. In this one, he's actually smart.
What happened?
I don't know. Maybe they just rewrote him and wanted another dumb tough fucker. Bane was smart at first, but you see what they made him? Cough cough, Batman and Robin, cough cough. They made him dumb. A dumb brute that just does shit. But anyways, in this story, our Killer Croc tried to become the new king of Gotham, and he got taken down by the man, the myth himself. No, the Bat. Now I'm showing my least favorite version of him. As Mom calls the Snake Scale guy. The DC Extended Universe live action Killer Croc.
Because that's what them look like. Them don't look like
Crocodile
crocodile
scale.
scales. They look like snake scales.
Yeah. Here he is. He's the worst, and he's the first live action version. The actual other canon second live action version looks better than him. And that character ain't even Wayne Jones. That's just another person that got Croc's DNA in his blood. I'll explain it one after. Here's the better version of Killer Croc from Batwoman, the Batwoman TV show. And that isn't even the original Mom, Dad. This isn't even actual Waylon Jones Killer Croc. This boy, he was a boy that found Waylon Jones, aka the original Killer Croc's tooth, and Croc's DNA got inside his blood to where he got the birth, to where he got Croc's DNA and became this. But Croc, okay, on the other hand, normal Killer Croc, the original one, was born with a birth defect that makes him look like a crocodile. So since they will treat him like a monster, you guess what?
A monster?
He became a monster. And now I'll show you my favorite version. The Batwoman one was the okay version. My favorite version has 3 forms. This is the first version this is the Arkham games version. This is what he would look like in Arkham Asylum, which was the first game, and Arkham City, which was the second game. This is him in the third game, Dad. And this is him in the third game. I'll explain why. The third game is set before the first 2 games. The first game's like Batman's second year, basically, of Batman. That's why Killer Croc looks so young.
You know, if you want to have a snack and stuff before bed, we're going to have to stop recording before long. Okay,
Anyways,
just letting you know.
This is Killer Croc in the 4th game. He's full on mutated lizard man. And that's like, now we're going to the last villain that we got to. China. We also got to her favorite over here. Her favorite male villain. Has a J in its name. And it's with her. Anyway, this is the ventriloquist and Scarface. Scarface is dumb. A ventriloquist is dumb.
I take it you're catching your dad up because you decide to record during the week while your dad's home.
Yeah. And this is the other version that I showed Mom. She said this version is better than the first version I showed you. Yeah. It is, kinda, but yeah. Anyways, here is the Gotham version. The dummy only appeared in 1 episode and died in that same episode. The dummy is supposed to be alive. He died like a couple minutes after he appeared. The guy, the Ventronian's actual name is Arnold Wesker, but in Gotham his name is something Penn. Arthur Penn, I want to say. I want to say his name is Arthur Penn, and he worked for Penguin, and Penguin and the Riddler were together. The Riddler was trying to talk to the guy, okay, the dummy. Ventriloquist. And let's just say he got a little bit too smart for Penguin's liking, and Penguin shot him in the head. Not the guy, the dummy. The dummy is supposed to be alive.
Yeah, the dummy's supposed to be like Flappy.
No, not like Slappy. Slappy's full on teleport. This dummy is just supposed to be alive. Supernatural, but
That's what I mean, like Slappy. There's supposed to be a soul in it.
Also, I'll show you this version that ain't like the actual one. This is the girl version. Her dummy actually does look like Slappy. Look, Dad. This isn't related to the other version, only aside from the name, probably. This is the girl version. Don't know that much. No, her mom's
Where the crazy lady comes up.
the hair and the eyes. Yeah, I can imagine that now.
Well, over an hour. Are we done
Okay.
yet?
This is the worst version. One of the worst versions. The Dark Batman is from a bad Batman video game. Look,
Okay, when you get to the longest clock and then one find
Batman
out
Dark Tomorrow. Look. Anyways, oh, and now I'm showing a good version. Look at that. This is from Batman the Animated Series. A good version.
Why don't you cut off here and we'll pick up next time?
I said maybe. Sorry. And this is Potato Toe Game's version of him. He basically has different puppets. He has what's it called? Multiple personality disorder. That's what he has. Yeah, multiple personality disorder. That's what he at least is classified with in the Batman universe. I have that, and I don't think anything that dummies and shit are alive and real, really talking to me and shit. I know. I'm gonna say if I met him, I'm gonna say you are a dumbass. I'd get killed by that dummy, though I would. Okay, why does the red fruit punch Gatorade kind of look like blood, even though it's not? Mm. 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 New conspiracy theory: red fruit punch Gatorade is actually blood. I know it's not, that part ain't real, but I'm a conspiracy theorist, like my mother. And if you didn't watch the first episode, she mentions that she is blood. You're almost finished. I'm just going to go over this last part of the podcast.
Okay.
For tonight.
Puppet guy?
Ventriloquist? Arnold W?
Yeah, right. He seems like a good fit for you.
Oh, great. Punish Penny with what I want. Probably going to say you're a dumbass, too. This is your favorite part of her.
So, Arnold,
My
is it
part
okay if I
of
call you that?
her.
How are you feeling today? You want to add anything to that, or?
What do you want from me?
I'm just here to listen.
Well, good.
We'll quit recording
I know
tonight
this
since you want
setting
them to be.
can make it difficult to really open up, so
This is the perfect place to talk. I mean, how about I take away everything you love? The one thing that gives your life meaning. Zip you into an orange suit and toss you in an asylum cell. Next to a muscle-bound oaf who keeps you up all night with the sound of his feet is pounding a portrait of the Batman he's drawn on the wall with his own PC. Now, go on. Go on. Tell me about your feelings. Please do. Go on.
what do you love?
What?
You said, take away everything you love. What did they take from you? What was it?
I'm required to sit here for the full hour.
It says here you were apprehended with a puppet.
It's a dummy.
Is that what they took from you?
Maybe.
That TV meeting? That hobby, the
It's
ventriloquist?
not a hobby. It's a...
Go on.
Yeah.
A friendship? More accurate?
This doesn't make...
Arnold, I'm here to help. Hold on. Compression socks.
Are you done yet? Please.
Try them on.
I'm already wearing
On your hand.
We're almost done. Listen, just listening. Goddamn clock noise is giving me.
We can finish.
Shh.
I'm
pleased to meet
I'm already getting tired.
No,
I'm
no,
ready to
no.
I'm ready to relax. We can finish some other night. So goodbye till the next episode.
Yeah, bye.